Hello guys and welcome back on my channel. Today it has been a year since I made my very first YouTube video, and I just want to say thank you so much to all of the people who have been supporting me along the way, who has been supporting me since the very first video I've made. I'm just going to say thank you so much to every one of you. It really means a lot that you enjoy my videos and you enjoy me as a person and what I talk about. It really means a lot. And for all of you who has come along the way, I'll also say thank you to you. Thank you for sticking around and watching my videos and enjoying them and starting to make a community on my channel, because what really means a lot to me is hearing people's feedback, hearing when they really love my video or what I'm doing, and creating a friendly discussion and a community in the comment section. That's really what I want to do with my channel, is create a community for people who can relate to some of the things that I am talking about on my channel, because I want everyone to be welcome on my channel as long as you're friendly and kind to other people. So I'm really proud of myself to be sitting here today and to have been making YouTube videos for a whole year, because it has taken a lot of years for me to even get the courage to start on YouTube. And I think what was really holding back was me thinking that I would never be good enough to make YouTube videos, because I didn't have the right personality and I didn't have the money for all the fancy equipment that you're going to need to film YouTube videos. But then I got a new phone with a new camera, and the videos I film on this phone is made of okay quality, as you can see on my videos. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to start now, because the most important thing is getting started. And then I just brought a tripod and then I just started filming. And then along the way I started getting caught up in how to do YouTube right and how to get a lot of views and all that. And I got lost. I thought I had to do YouTube how everybody else wanted me to do it. But then I remembered, no, YouTube is a creative outlet for me. And it's about doing what I want and what I feel like. It's not about getting all the views. It's just about having fun with it and being creative. Because YouTube takes a lot of time and energy. There's a lot of things you have to do. From when you get an idea, to when you write the idea down, to when you start filming, to when you're editing, to when you afterwards have to write a description and tags and all that for your video, to when you have to create a thumbnail, to when you have to upload it. So there's really a lot of things you have to do with YouTube. So if you can't have fun with it, you're going to get burned out, definitely. And I also had to find my balance here on YouTube, because in the start I uploaded a lot of videos. I didn't really have a schedule or anything. I don't have a schedule still. But what I try to do now is upload 2 to 3 videos on this channel every month. And then I don't have anything to do with my other channel right now, the Happy Pets. I'm mainly focusing on this channel, because otherwise it will become too much for me, because as I said, it's only a hobby. So I don't want to push myself too much with doing YouTube. I still want to have fun with it. But what I thought would be really fun would be to create my very first video and talk about the same topics I talked about in that video. So talking about why I don't want kids and why I don't want to get married. I'm going to jump right into it and recreate my very first video here on YouTube. I'm going to start to talk about the reasons why I don't want to get married. So for a while I thought I wanted to get married. And when I started planning the wedding, I just felt this sinking feeling in my stomach. Something was telling me that this wasn't right for me, and that's kind of what I listened to.
I don't like all the laws that I might come through when you're married.
that you kind of meld together as an individual legally. For example, you have to pay for your partner. So if your partner is on benefits and you're working, your partner probably doesn't get any benefits any longer if you're married, because then the person that's working both have to pay for themselves and the person they are living with. So there's just a lot of harsh rules that makes it harder to live, I think, when you're married, because of course you have to come together when you're partners, but you still also have to be your own individual. And I think when you get married, you just can't really be your own person anymore, because there's such a lot of rules that makes it so that you kind of meld together to become one person. Then there's also the second part of it, that to get married really costs a lot. Even if you want to make it the party cheap, it's still a lot of money, and in my opinion, that you spend on it. And I just don't think that's worth it at all, to pay so much money just for a party. And I don't really even like parties, so just all around a wedding did not make any sense to me. And then you had to search for the right dress and all that, and you had to, there's just so many things that had to be planned, had to be done, and there's so many people who had opinions on how it should be done, and it was too much for me. It didn't feel right for me. So I found out that I didn't want to get married that way. Actually, like I said, when we stopped planning it, I found out, okay, this isn't right for me. And it was really awkward having to cancel it, but it was also really nice because I was listening to myself, and I was listening to that pit in the stomach telling me this isn't right. My partner, he wouldn't have anything against being married. It's more me that has something against it. He really doesn't have anything against it at all. It's just me that has something against it, and he's chosen to respect that, so we aren't getting married. But nonetheless, he still wants to call me his wife. But yeah, if that makes him happy, yeah. I often correct him and say, I'm not your wife, but still he calls me that, so yeah. But he wanted to get married and I just didn't, and sometimes that can be really hard, finding a middle ground if one person wants something and the other one doesn't. But in this case, I think it's really important to respect the person who does not want to get married, because for my boyfriend, it's not the end of the world that we aren't getting married. He will be fine either way. I think he would rather that we got married, but it just wasn't the right thing for me. And getting into the reasons why I don't want kids, it's actually some of the same reasons that I don't want to get married. It's how my gut feels around it. So what my gut feeling is around kids in general and the thought of having them. And my gut feeling simply is that it isn't right for me. Having kids simply isn't the right thing for me at all. It's just a feeling that you get when you talk about kids and you think about having them, that lets you know that this isn't right for me. And when it comes to my boyfriend, again, he always says that it depends on me. If I want kids one day, he will be fine with it, but he's also fine with not having kids. So it really depends on me, and I really like that, because you should never be forced into having kids if you don't want to. That would just end up bad for everyone. As I said, it's just mainly a feeling. It's just mainly how I feel around kids and having them, and this stomach feeling that is telling me, this gut feeling that is telling me it isn't right for me. If you know, you just know that you do not want them. And I'm not the person that says, because I do not want to get married now, I do not want to have kids at the moment. I'm not the person who says that can never change, because you never know where you are in the future and who you are in the future and how you have developed. I don't think it will change, but you know, you never know. And so I'm not completely closed for the idea of having kids or getting married, but I do not think it will ever change. But again, I cannot know. I cannot know what the future holds for me. And yeah, even though I do not want to get married, I still have a engagement ring. I think it's really sweet. But yeah, I still have this ring, and for me it's just a symbol of love. I really want to have ingrained into it me and my boyfriend's names and the date we got together when we started dating, because I just think that's really sweet. So I still have this, and I use it as a symbol of love, but not as a symbol of me getting married anytime in the future. And as I said in my very first video, I wanted to talk about this topic because it isn't a choice that a lot of people make. The people who make the choice not to get married and not to have kids are still in the minority. And I think it's so important that we talk about this, so people feel less alone in the choice not to get married and not to have kids, because there are in the minority and there aren't a lot of people making these choices. There are more child-free channels on YouTube right now than there was when I started, but still there's room for more of them, so we can just talk about how it is and why we've made these choices and make people just feel less alone in that choice, because it isn't a choice that most people make and it isn't a choice that most people understand. So it can really make us to feel alone when we aren't understood at all and we feel like nobody is making the same choices as us. So that's why I wanted to talk about this on the channel. Again, I don't think there's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to me not getting married, and there are more things to talk about when it comes to me not wanting kids. But I do not want my channel only to revolve around this. I want my channel to revolve around whatever I feel like talking about. That's what's really important to me. So the people who are following my channel are following it because they really like me as a person and the things I discuss. And the things I discuss are going to be different. I have been kind of all around talking about everything from why I don't want to get married and why I don't want kids, to why I'm no longer vegan and why minimalism didn't suit me. And I'm also going to be talking about my mental health and my diagnosis, because I have a schizotypical diagnosis and there's a lot of people that do not know enough about this diagnosis. There's not a lot of knowledge about it, so I thought I would share what I know. And also what it's like having sensory issues when you do not have autism. So stuff like that is what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm going to say, at the moment where I'm filming this video, I really don't know if I have autism or if I don't right now. So right now I'm just filming this video with the knowledge I have, and that is that I do not have autism at the moment, but I do not know. I'm getting re-diagnosed to see if I might have autism right now. And if you don't know this about my channel, I pre-record a lot of videos because I have my things to fight with. So it's really important that I have pre-recorded some videos beforehand, because sometimes I just have periods where I cannot function. So it's really important that I've done the work beforehand, before I have those days where I cannot function. So that's kind of my middle ground here on YouTube, filming 2 to 3 videos every month and filming it before the video actually goes up, because pre-recording just what works well for me. But yeah guys, kind of a video where I talked about a lot of different things, and honestly I'm just so proud of myself that I've done it and that I've been on YouTube for a year, because it has really taken a long time for me to start a YouTube channel, and it has taken a lot of courage for me to start a YouTube channel. So I just really hope that you'll stick around for me and that you'll enjoy the content that I'll make, and that you'll start a community down below in the comment section. I'm just going to say thank you so much for supporting me. It really means a lot to me, and I still have a hard time believing that the first video I ever made on this channel actually is one of the most popular videos on my channel. That really took me by surprise. But yeah guys, I really hope that you will subscribe and that you'll follow along with my videos and that you'll make a community down in the comment section. I know I talk a lot about different topics, but it could still be so nice if a community could be made for people who like different things, just like me. Because I really like communities, because they are the ones that bring us support and bring us happiness, and I really want that to happen on my channel too. So I hope that we can grow a community together on my channel. And again, thank you so much for all your support and all of your sweet comments. And I love when I see faces that I recognize or names that I recognize in the comment section. I really love to see people who like more than one of my videos and comment on more than one of my videos, because then I know that I have some followers that are sticking around, and that really means a lot to me. So thank you so much for all of your support and your love, and I hope we will see each other on the future on my channel, where I'm going to have been here for over a year, because on this date today I've been on YouTube a year, and that really causes for celebration if you ask me, because I'm really proud of myself. But yeah guys, I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!